Hello everyone, today we have new video review with fresh kit from Tiger model. As you can see, it's another tank in 35 scale which copies IDF Nagmachon, and this is quite, let's say, impressive kit because just look on this box art, it's something unusual. Also it features a lot of quite interesting design solutions for the plastic kits. We will see them further in this review. And here we have short list of all features which are included into this kit. Here you can see comparison with my hand, so it's quite, let's say, big box. On the side we have marking options shown from all possible sides, small kit info, and some bonuses which are inside. We have transparent parts of several shades, we have PE parts, and also here Nagmachon is shown from the top. So this is a top opening box, and that's what we find inside. So as you can see, all minor elements are attached to this cardboard. We have here stickers which are included now into every Tiger model kit. This can be used for the spruce. You just let's say attach them to the spruce and it's easier to find the necessary one. Then we have, as I said, all minor elements attached to the cardboard. So we have here one PE thread, I will zoom camera. Then we have small metal chain, small decal sheet, metal rope, and also the polycaps for the wheels. From the other side, of course, there is nothing. Then we have plastic spruce. Nevertheless, the most interesting here is this. As you can see, it's a turret part which is packed into the separate plastic box, so that you don't have to worry about its let's say condition during the shipment. Why it's packed? Because of this nice pins which are molded into the plastic part, so you won't have to glue anything onto it. You just have to attach the let's say the cage parts which are typical for this vehicle. Molding quality is very nice. As you can see, all hatches and doors are molded separately, so it will be up to you how to assemble your model. And here again I show you the package. Next we have one of the hull parts. Just give me a second to open the plastic bag. Again, everything is closed on the paper clips, so it's quite difficult to open. Okay, so here it is. Again, it's molded as one piece out of this sand-colored plastic. Nevertheless, molding quality is quite impressive, and I would say it's on par with some, let's say, Tamiya fresh kits or some other manufacturer kits which we've seen in 2016. Then we have hull part. Actually, it's whole bottom hull part which is designed as a single piece. Here it is. So you won't have to waste time with alignment or any other, let's say, possible problems. You just have this one piece out of thick plastic. Of course you will have to attach whole suspension elements and other details, but otherwise it looks quite nice. Then we have, look here, a bunch of similar identical sprues which carry track parts. I will show you only one. Here it is. So parts look nice, attachment points are thin, and I don't see any push rod marks or other possible damage on the parts. The only thing you would have to do is carefully separate those parts of the sprue and work done. Then we have small plastic sprues. Just give me a second to open this one. Okay, this one is sand colored. Here it is. And as you can see here, we have my various external parts. Molding quality is absolutely the same, so no worries here. Then we have 4 identical parts which are designed to carry suspension parts. Again, I need a second to open it, and I will show you only one. We have one-piece wheels. Then note that wheel rims are molded separately from the rubber tires, so it will be easier to paint them. And also we have some minor elements here. And from the other side there is not much of detailing, let's say. Then we have two similar sprues, which are also, let's say, designated for the suspension parts. And again, they carry various wheels. Just give me a second. Here it is. So here we have drive sprockets, idlers, and some other external hatches and suspension elements. From the other side there is again like nothing interesting because it won't be visible. And once again there are two sprues of this type, so for each side of the vehicle, obviously. Then we have another plastic bag with another plastic sprue, which carries external parts. Here they are. As you can see, molding quality is quite nice, and with some careful assembly you can get a nice result. Then we have, as it was shown in the beginning, we have several types of the transparent sprues. All those plastic frames are packed into the same plastic bag, so I will show you them in a second. Here they are. So we have normal transparent one, then we have bluish one, and then we have a purple one. So I'm not sure why manufacturer decided to include such a choice. Maybe it's connected with the vehicle itself. We will see it further in the assembly manual. Then we have more of the hull parts. Because Nagmachon is quite large vehicle, hull parts are also not small. So we have here top hull part. Here it is. Note that engine, let's say, area is molded out of the plastic. There is no PE to replicate all those meshes. Then we have here glacis plates, some minor elements for the turret. Note the spare tracks which are molded out of the plastic. And inside there are just huge spars which should ensure rigidity of those big elements. Now let's move on to the next plastic sprue. Again, I need a second to open the plastic bag. And here we are. More of the plastic elements for the external detailing. And again, quite impressive molding quality. So you will have to be careful while working with this in order not to, let's say, spoil all this nice molding. Last but not the least is a sprue, the large sprue, which contains the famous cages, which are typical for this vehicle. Here they are. So in contrary to some other, let's say, examples on the market, those cages are molded out of the plastic, not out of the PE, and they are molded, as you can see, as separate sub-assemblies, segments, which should be assembled into one. I think it will be much easier to work with those because they can be glued with a simple plastic glue, and they should be easier to work because they are already, let's say, assembled into those nice separate squares. Then we have 4 similar plastic sprues which carry parts for further external detailization, and to be precise, for the suspension. Here they are, and here they are from the other side. Again, impressive molding quality, no complaints at all. Then we have assembly manual. Assembly manual is quite thick, here you can see. And on the first page we have short history note, then some tools which should be required for this model, and then we have huge parts map and then assembly process starts. As you can see, it starts from the turret, which is the most noticeable element of this vehicle. Then we move on to the hull, and of course there won't be any internal detailing. Nevertheless, external one looks really perfect, and here you can see the final steps of the assembly process. Unfortunately, there is only one marking option for this vehicle. Here it is. It's given on the separate poster and printed in color. Note that it was created in cooperation with AK Interactive, even though paint numbers are given in Tamiya numbers, and here we have AK Interactive designations. And on the other side there are supplementary instruction on the turret assembly. I guess there were some mistakes in the actual assembly manual. So that's all for the video review. As usual, you can check full review article on our website, and of course I will be happy to see you as a subscriber of our YouTube channel and fan of our Facebook group. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video review.